When you're working on your goals and conquering your systems on becoming who you want to be, one of the biggest obstacles that I hear everyone complaining about is what if I burn out? And burning out when they're conquering their goals on a daily, weekly basis. So we need to create a system around burning out so that we make sure that we stay aligned with our purpose over pleasure on a weekly, daily basis when we're getting our goals finished up. So where is your limit of burning out? When you're working and grinding so hard, where do you consider yourself burning out? Or maybe it's on a weekly period that you finally obtain that burnout mindset that you're putting yourself into. And truly what burning out is when you let your feelings overcome your actions. You start feeling burnt out. And that way your actions are not in line anymore, which causes no correlation between the two. You cannot let your feelings attach your actions and vice versa, between them. So if you're facing this issue of burnout, the best way to overcome it is to work in intervals. Grind in intervals of going hard for a certain amount of time and then offsetting your energy into a specific rhythm after your workload. So if you work and you grind so hard, let's say you go for 1 or 2 hours and you work so hard in that time frame, you need to uplift your energy by working out. Let's say you do a 20-minute cycle of jumping jacks or push-ups or do something that gets your heart rate going. Once you're in that mode and you're in that zone, working out puts you in a full different place than you were beforehand. A lot of people correlate working out with gaining something. You gain a specific energy that releases your negativity, your burnout mindset, and it pushes you into the outcome and into the person that you need to be. So for example, you could do a 60-minute workload that you really push yourself and grind hard on. Then you do 10, 15 minutes of just by yourself going into a full-on rhythm of jumping jacks or push-ups or something that gets your heart rate going. That way getting your energy and everything else aligned. While the most important part about all of this is to avoid the burnout is while you're uplifting your heart rate and while you're working out, you want to put in your mindset and get into a perspective that everything you've just done in the last 1 or 2 hours, the work that you've done so hard and grinded on is already in the past. It doesn't matter what you've done, even though it was just 1 hour ago, 5 minutes ago. It doesn't matter anymore. You have to live in a different system and perspective that I'm going to go into this push-up session or jumping jack session to uplift my energy and get ready for the next moment, the next future that's coming. That's the only thing that I have control of. Everything that I've just done for the last 4 hours, grinded so hard on, that led me to this burnout feeling, has nothing to do with my next moments that I'm going to conquer. Okay, so that is a great and strong perspective to really have about this. Now, your goals should be to push that burnout limit. You need to always be consistent and thinking of where do I break and where is my burnout limit? And you need to push yourself so hard there because that is a self-created limit that you've put on yourself. Listen to what you tell yourself in those moments and change that dialogue. Become a better person so that your burnout time is in 8 hours or 12 hours or it doesn't exist because you are in that uplifted energy at all times. That's where you have to get into. So get back into that mode and get back into that rhythm of where are you going to break, and that's the most important part. When you're grinding and actually pushing yourself, the most important part is that breaking limit point. You push yourself to there. That is who you are under pressure. Answer the question, who am I in this moment? Am I going to listen to my feelings or am I going to do the actions that are required, that I must do? Show yourself who you are under the pressure. Now, doing the hard stuff and overcoming everything that's hard in this life brings you a different kind of pride, and it brings you to the point where you are no longer chasing comfort, because comfort brings regression. You are going in a backward motion. So when you're constantly chasing this hard stuff, getting past your burnout points, that's where you're most aligned with your purpose and who you're going to become. Okay? So overall with this full message of the burnout, it is not about you. It is not about your feelings. It is about your why. Why are you even doing all of this in the first place? Constantly think about that in the back of your mind and have that motivation to stay disciplined in those moments. Don't let the feeling of burnout overcome what you're going to do and what actions you're going to take. Push to that burnout limit and ask yourself who I am, who I'm going to become in this moment, and overcome it. Elevate your energy, become who you need to be to focus on that future moment. Control the moment so that you could overcome that next moment that it is coming. Okay? So overall, test yourself, grow that burnout limit. If this video has helped, share this with a friend. Let's all push that burnout limit and become better together. Let's go.